thing's getting bigger. Oh, shit. The fuck?
Lighting up the whole sky. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Hey! What the hell is that? Don't take a picture of that motherfucker.
Somebody's recording it.
What the hell is that?
Good. Hey, go turn off your front porch light.
Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We got a lot of stuff to go through today, some very mysterious happenings across the world. The first of which is this new piece of footage that you just saw. If you need a little bit of clarification or you didn't see it the first time, we'll go ahead and play it over here. This was emailed to me by a viewer in Bridge City, Texas, who was out over at a buddy's house celebrating a birthday on October 1st around 11 p.m. when they witnessed this very anomalous streak of light. The viewer called it almost what looked like a portal that became faintly visible in the sky. And you'll see it in the middle of the screen, above the trees, sort of just center in the sky. And at one point, this streak of light gets brighter. It gains some color to it, and we see this very bright orange phantom streak of light just sitting in the middle of the sky, and it brightens up the entire sky for a moment, and it sits there, increasing its brightness. They had no idea what they were seeing. They said it looked like a slit that would dim out and then come back really quick. A couple seconds later, he said, it started getting brighter, and that's when I decided to pull out my phone. And now, he said the footage here does not do it justice. He said, but to him, it looked like some sort of portal. He said at one point, it got very, very bright, like a sunset. And remember, this is at 11 p.m., so the sun has gone down. And he said whatever this light was, it was definitely coming from the sky. It was not some light reflecting from the ground or anything like that. And there was nothing to light it up to begin with. I mean, this is near midnight, pitch blackout, and he said the whole thing lasted for about 10 minutes. He said the object never moved from its position, and then finally it just kind of fizzled away, sort of faded away, and there was nothing there in the sky where it was. Now, what was also strange is that on the other side of town, about 15 minutes away, in Port Arthur, Texas, he said the mother of a friend of his was headed back home from the mall when she encountered something very strange. Now, you're seeing a screen grab from that woman's Facebook here, which says, and I quote, "Did anyone else pass by the Groves Loop just now and experience a weird wave-like thing that shut down things in the car? A weird high-pitched noise came from the radio. Lights dimmed. Radio stopped. Everyone around was braking or pulling over. Cars swerved, not knowing what was going on. Anyone know what this was?" Now, that seems to me like an EMP wave or something like that. Something that is knocking out power systems along this area very close to where this UFO sighting happened, just 15 minutes away. And we have seen this before, where you will have these electromagnetic pulses during these UFO sightings just before or just after. And this is very, very strange. And just reading this message here kind of gives you chills knowing that this happened. I mean, this is describing perfectly an EMP, something that knocks out all electronic devices. And it's something that is very well connected to UFO sightings. So I wanted to get this out there ASAP. Anyone around Bridge City, Texas, or Orange, Texas. Orange, Texas is actually where the UFO was sighted, which is about 10 minutes away from Bridge City. So we have this sighting here. You've been seeing sort of different filters here, trying to give us the best sort of contrast version so you can see this thing. And then in Port Arthur, we have some more high strangeness going on. People swerving off the road, their electronics going out. a strange high-pitched noise going through the radio. This is just really, really bizarre. So anyone in that entire area have any updates to this, be sure to shoot me an email. And hopefully we can get some even better footage of this light in the sky. And this isn't the only strangeness happening. I want you guys to check out another piece of footage of a very strange looking aircraft that was just recorded over Charlotte, North Carolina. Triangular shaped aircraft. You guys try to tell me what this is. Check this out. Alright, this was sent over by Joshua Setzer, who said he was on his way to work when he saw this very strange lit up aircraft. It's obviously an aircraft of some sort, but when it caught his eye, he noticed that it wasn't making any sound, it was moving at a very slow pace across the sky, and the lights on it didn't look right. It didn't look consistent with a plane or a helicopter. And so he pulled over on his motorcycle and began recording, and we see that whatever this object is, it's not in the shape of an airplane, it's in the shape of a triangular craft. And you can clearly see that by the way the lights are wrapping around this thing, and these lights just don't make sense to me. It definitely does not look like a plane to me. Again, was moving very slowly over Charlotte. Here is a zoomed in version we're showing you here. Yeah, what kind of aircraft would this be? And can any of you guys recognize these lights on here? Could this be some secret nighttime testing of a Black Project aircraft? It could be. We've seen this many times before, especially when it comes to these triangular craft. So, thanks to Joshua Setzer for sending this over. Let me know what you guys think about that. And while we're on the topic of strange triangular objects, a new news report has just come out of what is being called a flying Dorito triangle. Here's the news report here, sent to me by a few different viewers, posted by the Shropshire Star out of the UK, of this large black triangular object that was snapped in a photo by a guy on a dog walk in Shropshire, England. The news report states that the triangle-shaped object is a UFO mystery that has baffled thousands, following several sightings in the recent years over the Black Country. A dog walker snapped these pictures while walking on the hill yesterday. A teacher by the name of Darren Edwards used his mobile to capture pictures of the unidentified shape as it passed overhead. The man went on to state, and I quote, "I was walking the dogs at about 7:30 a.m. on the Wrekin," and by the way, the Wrekin is a hill in East Shropshire, England, located about 5 miles west of Telford. And so he was walking his dog at about 7:30, stopped for a rest when he was looking in the direction of Lawley when he made out this black shape moving slowly through the sky. So here's an enhanced version of this. This looks like a cropped version. So the original picture must be in the hands of the news website here. But that's alright, because we have the part of the picture we need to see. And yeah, have any of you guys seen this over Shropshire, England? Let me know down below. Some other strange things happening. Let's see. I have another report here of a very mysterious mass bird death over Austria. I was emailed by a viewer to the news website called Hoot. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. But here's a screen grab of that here. I've translated it. I'll put the link down below. But translated, it says, dozens of birds fell dead on the A2, experts baffled. So I was emailed this by Mr. Christopher Mass, who said these dozens of dead birds were found lying dead on a highway causing a huge traffic jam near Wien, Austria. Now, what is so strange about this is that the birds had no visible damage to them, and there is no explanation as to why they died, how they died, and we have no idea. It doesn't look, I mean, there's so many of them that they couldn't have been hit by a car, so that's ruled out. Secondly, and once again, there is no visible damage to the birds. They don't even know how many birds yet, there's so many. They said several dozens laying on the motorway, which caused a traffic jam. And the article goes on to state how the birds died, completely unclear. There are no injury marks, and the bird experts who are now on the scene are further investigating the incident. And yeah, it's been a little while since we've heard about these mass bird deaths. If you remember, a lot of birds were dying back a few years ago, maybe 2012, 13, and 14. I mean, mass bird die-offs. Again, many of which had no physical injuries. Some of them did have injuries, as if they had flown headfirst into something in the sky that no one else could see. These two have been linked to UFO sightings for years, where we will have cloaked objects, if you will. And this has been corroborated from witness testimony who have seen these birds fly into what they described as an invisible wall in the sky. They are hitting something that cannot be seen, and then boom, they fall straight out of the sky. They are found to have major trauma when they are given little bird autopsies. But the trauma that they have is not from the fall itself and hitting the ground. This is trauma that they've detected happened before they hit the ground. It's internal hemorrhaging, and a lot of these birds will not even have any injuries, period. It makes me recall another story that happened a while back, that happened back in 2012 when we were seeing all of these dead birds, where a man had photographed one of these UFOs floating in the clouds in Workington, England, where just moments later, after this photograph you're seeing here was captured, there was a mass bird death where birds were literally dropping from the sky in the area that this picture and that this strange circle sitting in the sky was, with birds falling down in people's gardens. Callum Sherwood, the 23, well, he was 23 at the time, man who snapped this picture, said that he was shocked when he saw this outline of what looked like a circular craft in the sky, and then to see these birds hitting the ground just about 10 minutes after snapping this picture, which all fell from the sky in the area that this object was seen. It's very eerie, and it's only one of the countless cases of these bird deaths. So check out the link to this down below. Big thanks to the source for sending that in. And yeah, man, there's just a lot of strange stuff happening all over. And you can tell yourselves it's swamp gas or it's some natural occurrences all you want, but there comes a time where you've just got to say, hey, there's some things out of our control, way out of our comfort zones that we're just going to have to come to terms with. So yeah, now on to some other news. If you guys don't know yet, Elon Musk, who is the president of the SpaceX company, is gearing up to have a manned mission to Mars. Not just a manned mission, but this guy plans on sending millions of people to Mars within the next couple of years. A recent Space.com article talks about this and to the fact the first Mars colonists should be prepared to die. Which, if that's not enticing for a trip to Mars, I don't know what else is. But yeah, the first people to fly with SpaceX to Mars should be okay with the possibility that the decision could cost them their lives, said the company founder Elon Musk. SpaceX aims to ferry 1 million people to Mars over the next 50 to 100 years using the Interplanetary Transport System, which you're seeing in this video here, which is a rocket spaceship combo that Elon unveiled Tuesday on the 27th during a talk at the International Astronautical Congress in Guadalajara, Mexico. Now, this is just a concept. It hasn't been built yet, but Elon painted a picture of the not-too-distant future in which 1,000 or more of these spaceships loaded up with 100 to 200 settlers would fly off to Mars simultaneously, and we'll start building up a colonization on the red planet. He also spoke about the very true fact that these very first early journeys to Mars may be plagued with disasters, problems. I mean, they're going to be very dangerous. And the risk of dying on these missions, I mean, it's very high. Anything can happen. And that is why I'm officially stating that I am not going to be volunteering to go to Mars. No way. It sounds like fun, but I don't have a death wish. Maybe if I was like a lonely, single guy who had cancer and was going to be dying anyway, maybe then I would say yes. But, I mean, I've got a wild free spirit, but not that wild. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to be colonizing Mars very, very soon. And I think that's pretty cool because Mars has got a lot of interesting activity surrounding it, a lot of mystery, and I think when we go there, we're going to get a lot more than we bargained for. So, any of you guys want to head over to Mars, as long as you are prepared to die, you can head over to the link in the video description and sign up to be a candidate. Alright, so a lot of strange stuff today. I'm going to be following up with a second video. I mean, I just could not fit it all in this video. Oh, by the way, I've just got one more thing to show you guys. Almost forgot. Here's a really cool alien ship hot air balloon video that someone sent me by Amanda Marquez from Albuquerque, New Mexico. They were having their annual balloon fiesta, and one of the new balloons was this sort of alien ship here. That's really cool. And as you watch this video, I mean, look at all of these hot air balloons. I mean, this would be awesome to see in person. I have family who have gone on vacation to Albuquerque, and this is one of the main things you go there for. I mean, this would just be awesome. And yeah, big thanks to Amanda for sending that in. Really cool hot air balloon. It just goes to show that little by little, this alien phenomenon, this topic, is creeping in to different facets of our everyday lives, and I honestly think that's a good thing, because I think it's starting to make people think about it, wonder about it, and then they come on here, they find channels like mine, and expand their minds. So, big thanks again to Amanda. Let me know what you guys think about everything else we've shown you today. Strange things in Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Austria. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and keep on sending in your footage, and we will get it out there as soon as possible. Alright, so thanks for stopping by, everyone. Hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you all back very, very soon. Stay safe, guys.